Happy Halloween. We're back after an aborted game, so. Okay, so once again we got Eddie Marsage again, and we've got Zorito again, so cool. Faces in this one. This looks like a pretty good alchemist track, but I do not condone ever putting in alchemists, so. Yep. Indeed, it is alchemist. I guess that makes sense. I mean, Eddie is the world's biggest alchemist fan, so from what I can tell. Marsage, I don't believe that this is the strongest player. No, I'm wrong. He's good. Okay, so this is a good table then. Alchemists in the first seat probably get tempt ship. They buy the priest with their first action, and then or buy the workers, either one. Then build a stronghold, grab the other of the two, or just directly convert and build 2 dwellings. Advance ship to 2. Pretty straightforward line for them, I believe. It is not a good time travelers track, so I don't expect to see them here. I don't love prospectors here either, though we could see them. There are good earth cult rewards this game, like coins cult rewards rather. If they can get a priest in like round 1 or something, that would be pretty nice. Conspirators. I've been saying that I wanted to see more conspirators, so I'm happy to see that. Hopefully we don't get Brown in this seat, because that will turn the game real ugly real fast. We get Giants, which is even worse. Okay. Maybe we do put in Brown then, or Blue. Blue, black, red, gray is actually like a very strange kind of unpredictable color matchup. I also don't like the blue fan factions. So, where does that leave us? Giants want the big building tile. Conspirators are a weaker faction, so I don't mind if they actually land on like the spade or something. So if we put in a faction that wants the big building tile, and then conspirators end up on the spade, that might be kind of fun, right? That would honestly be like Swarmlings or Atlanteans, and I do not condone that. I said that I was a no-go on time travelers. I think it would be kind of a strange game to have 1 fan faction and 3 base factions, but that's also not the end of the world. I think the Prospectors game does have some validity to it. And Prospectors probably start with the big building tile, then Giants take the priest or tempt ship. Giants make the game really ugly for alchemists as well. Prospectors do want that big building tile. So we would look for like TP, dwelling, something like that. And then we can figure out how the hexes break down later. Okay, I mean, this is not the most interesting fan faction. Like, I could have put in halflings, but I decided to go this way. Instant bid on alchemists. I think that makes plenty of sense. So why does it make plenty of sense? Well, what issues do alchemists have? The biggest issue alchemists could have is Giants taking away B5. Like if you start G5, you're gonna have a hell of a time trying to cut up through here. And then you need b5 to connect. Because prospectors probably beat you to g8, and then they might beat you to h5 as well. And conspirators then take g3, and your connection path just becomes really, really ugly for alchemists. So like this b5 hex is pretty key for connection. If you start e10 and you claim d8, like maybe you connect, but maybe you don't. I think prospectors are resilient here. Late round dwellings is good for prospectors. I also think that giants are likely to take kind of claim the north while prospectors claim the south. So, or rather, it's going to go like alchemists and giants are going to be up north, but they're not going to be good friends. They're going to fight each other. Conspirators and prospectors will kind of split the south, and if conspirators get e9 and g6, then they're going to be very good friends. So I actually do like this conspirators bid. I would pay 8 points to beat them over giants. I don't think I would actually pay 8 points to beat them over alchemists or prospectors, but I'm interested in playing this fan faction that I haven't done too much of. I guess to be fair, we did stream a conspirators game recently where we took like a second place to a ridiculous color wheel. It was like a sandwich conspirators. I'm largely bidding on conspirators here because they're getting such a good pass tile. Like, I think that they might be getting the spade here. That seems fairly likely. And conspirators have a reasonable shot at earning double dig this game. As for the big build, like, unless I landed on the big building tile, I would not really be considering opening with a stronghold here as conspirators. I'd rather get spades and build more structures, I think. The stronghold's benefit is that it can give you 2 coins back, and I guess it can give you 2 workers. But the priest production I find very important. Like my line for conspirators would be like water 2, take the bump on fire, and then switch maybe to fire 3 to get an extra worker, or just fire 1 to get this reward. But then since you only have 2 workers, it's kind of a pain in the ass to make a temple next round. Like how many, you don't have workers for dwellings really. Yeah, with both worker power and the TP tile out of the game, like the workers are really tight. Honestly, I think that prospectors are probably better than conspirators here, but I'm still bidding on conspirators because I think that they're kind of fun. Okay. New idea. Is it possible that starting not in the east is good for, like not starting in the east is good for alchemists? Because like I just really think that giants are pretty likely to beat you to this hex. They take d7, then they get this guy. And then your connection path goes through like a7 and c4. And then you have like one town here and maybe another town here and another town here. Like you're stranding a lot of dwellings in random places. People are seeing the light about prospectors. They're very, very good here. It's kind of foolish to really think about doing anything else. There's also always the thorny question of Earth 1, but I guess prospectors might miss out on it, or conspirators will miss out on it. I think that giants just going stronghold into Earth 1 is probably pretty fine. The Giants track, do you get network points here as Giants? The answer is probably right, especially if you spend your effort in cutting off alchemists. But alchemists can still ram their connection through on c4 unless like you're really committed to taking this guy. You could be. Like alchemists on a8 makes this like an attractive town spot. Also b4 is a little better, but I mean alchemists will want b4 as well. So there's going to be a fight in the north, and I just don't really want any part of that. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of value in these first two seats with pass tiles. The ideal is that Giants take temp ship and then alchemists don't start on the priest, but alchemists could start on the priest, which is really nice. Regardless, it will be stronghold 2 dwellings as the opening. And then like a temple for Earth 1 in round 2. We got to think that as prospectors, there's a decent chance that we miss out on the coins action as well. Ready with a second hello. It's funny. All right, if I bid conspirators here, it probably jumps to Giants. Zorito, we know, loves Giants. Do we want to give any more consideration of playing one of these other factions? I would say there's a reasonable chance we want to still play prospectors. And there's a reasonable chance we still want to play conspirators. This track really is quite good for alchemists. I guess one issue with conspirators is that prospectors might cut you off of G2 or G6. They're going to cut you off of one of those two. And then you are probably going to lose a town. Unless, I guess you can bridge town, right? We're almost always starting both f5, e6 here, I think. I mean, one fun thing we could do is start d8, and then we just double town in the east. That might be way too kind to conspirators, though. Yeah. Honestly, I think that we are supposed to be fighting network here, and this leech spot obviously looks way too good to pass up. Okay, it's double center. That's so unbelievably good for conspirators. It makes me want to quit this game, because it's like... Zorito is already the best player at this table. Like, why are we just handing him the game? Whatever. I just realized that this is pretty awkward for my connection. This was a very unexpected placement by black. Do I just strand this structure? Now there's a question. Giants take the priest instead of temp ship. First priest of fire should be pretty good here. So I do think that that's a reasonable option. Conspirators are in line to get double dig. No one else should want this coins action. I think I'm supposed to upgrade here for the leech. We're going to want to build up anyway later, so. I wonder if we're supposed to take Earth 1. No, I don't think that we need to. I think that we go Temple. No, we go TP, TP, Dwelling, 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 right? And then the next round we can Temple for Earth 1, make a TP or something like that. There's the bonus spade. All right. So what I'm seeing here is that there is a chance for me to buy the priest, or for me to, buy the double dig, which gives me 2 priests. But probably that just can't be as good as actually taking these coins. Like, what are we really doing if we don't take those coins, right? Eddie disregards the track, goes Temple, which also makes sense. All right, hot take. Are we supposed to just take Earth 1, build 3 dwellings, and then build 2 TPs next round? Let's count the coins required. This would be 5, 9, 11. 2 dwellings is 15. And then we want to build 2 TPs next round. We do have the leech for that. Crazier things have happened. Zorito took the workers, so this looks like it could be stronghold conspirators. In which case, I kind of like just blocking Earth 1 here. I guess giants aren't going to be able to make a TP here, so they probably should. God, I'm kind of tempted to take this hex. Those are the intrusive thoughts. Maybe we start with this hex, and then we blast through to this guy. That would be 6 workers for this, plus, or 6 coins for this, plus 14 coins for this. We're probably just supposed to secure our hexes. But is it Temple Earth 1? That's the question, right? Temple Earth 1, 5, and then we build this guy. That's 11. Then we build this guy, that's 13. And then we make, so that's only 13 coins. And then we can just save our TPs for next round. I don't think that's that bad. I'm going to try something different. The different thing is taking Earth 1 in round 1. It's shockingly innovative. Like, I actually don't normally do this with prospectors, but also kind of tempted to grab this hex. Like, whether or not this turns into... I guess we'll see if Giants take this hex now. They definitely could. Getting the temp ship tile next round, is that interesting at all? Okay, Giants dig there. That makes sense. So we could dig this hex. And then just dig G5 next. Feels a little bad. Let's just stick to doing actually good stuff. Oh, the bump goes on Earth, which I didn't expect. I thought that bump would go on Fire. But Zorito is going to switch to Earth 2, and then we'll still be able to double dig. I did not expect this. This was very, very kind to give conspirators access to this double dig. Like now Zorito is going to get this hex, which I thought was not going to happen. Do we want anything with temp ship next round? I don't think we do. So I think that since we don't get any economic benefit from building our next dwelling, I believe we're supposed to pass for this priest and then get first priest to Earth. I think it's a fairly reasonable assumption that we will get, that Zorito won't take that we won't have an opportunity for the coins action, rather. Wonderful plays, hello. How are you? This giant starting spot is just so shitty. I guess they could grab G3, but they're not on temp ship. Alchemists now get these workers. Oh, they take points instead. This is insanity. You're trying to find gameplay of Yetis on YouTube and you can't find anything. I don't know if there's a lot of good YouTube video of Yetis, because yeah, like a lot of people don't play Fire and Ice factions. Like I don't play the Fire and Ice factions. However, that doesn't mean that nothing exists out there. You should check out the Fire 2 on Air podcast. There are at least some strategy like podcasts on it, if that interests you. But I'm not sure if there are videos like of that exactly. Giants are considering taking double dig instead of the coins. If that happens, I do think I am supposed to take coins and then put priest to Earth. I think I could actually still get that. To be clear, I think it's a huge mistake for them to go for priest to Earth first, but my opponent's making huge mistakes is something that is a time-honored tradition in these here parts. Also, Alchemist getting this effortless, like, sort of way is just really annoying. I'm very annoyed that Giants didn't start here and chose to start here. Okay, Giants do take the coins. That was expected. This, I believe, is expected. Giants are accepting that they're losing Earth 1, which I believe is the correct mentality. Conspirators, if I'm conspirators, I think I want temple TP here. They might take... No, I was thinking that they might go for this cult spade with like water 2 bump, then air 3. But realistically, they don't actually have a place to put that. Maybe just building 2 TPs and 2 dwellings is better for conspirators. I'm tempted to buy the priest myself. I'm also still tempted to go for this town with a bridge. I'm not sure that that's that bad for us. But that would be 6 coins for this, TP, TP. That would be 12 total coins this round. We can afford that, right? Let's take this priest. I think that first priest to air is still pretty decent. Or failing that, a first priest to water is still okay. There's Earth 1 for conspirators. Probably it'll be Temple Fire 1 followed by 2 dwellings. That's my prediction. Oh wait, sudden hot take. Can we go for 2 key towns round? That's probably bad, right? 2 key town would be taking this guy, and then building 2 TPs. We don't even have the workers for that. Okay, so that's an idle thought. Eddie went ahead and built his stronghold up top. He can now pass and secure double dig next round, which was very nice, along with this spade. It's a very, very nice alchemist game. I think we're in some trouble here. Oh yeah, you just haven't seen the actual gameplay. Are the Fire and Ice factions considered not cool? That's a good question. So, to me, I think that I share the opinion that a lot of other players have, which is that Fire and Ice factions aren't necessarily as fun as some other factions. To me, I'm not as big of a fan of the Fire and Ice factions because they break the color wheel, and I really kind of like the color wheel. You know, like to me, like that's kind of the heart of Terra Mystica. And the more that a faction kind of violates those basic rules, the less I like it. Hopefully that explains a little bit. I would have taken Fire 1 here instead of Earth 2. I think that's a bit of a mistake. Next round he can transfer his Fire 1 into Earth 2. Or, yeah, Fire 1 into Earth 2. Earth 2 you want next round. So what's he going to swap next round? I guess he could Sanctuary next round for... and then just convert. Or just convert anyway is probably fine. Unfortunately, I do lose my access to the temp ship. I was thinking that I might get G1, but now I gotta think that Giants might blast that. Maybe take C3 and A6. Like, I really hope that I can get G1 with a bridge. Because if I don't, then like I really am in a lot of trouble here. Are we going to get the 2-key town? I say that there's a chance that we do, so this is not entirely terrible. This is a little more economy. I think that we take that little more economy. Spurs are going to be able to do a quick switch back as well, so that's also very nice for them. It's not really worth targeting that Hex, I think. If Giants want it, they're going to get it. Maybe it's worth it to 5-power Priest advanced ship and then see what happens. Well, then I don't have enough coins. I need to slowly grab this. It needs to go Priest, then advanced ship, then we see what happens. Zaricho secures water 1. Eddie probably builds B5, then A7. First Priest goes, so that's a real bummer, because I was really hoping that Giants might be kind to me. And being kind to me means advancing ship, then digging this hex, then digging this hex, and then building this hex. Now I really don't know. Now G1 seems like more likely to be hit. Okay, they get this connection hex first, fair enough. Okay, so Eddie is opening the round with Sanctuary Fire 1. Can I afford to let, or Water 1? Can I afford to let the Water 1s disappear like that? Alright, Giants are essentially forced to do something now. I'm trying to outstall them and see if there's any chance that I can still get this guy. But if there isn't, then I probably just Temple Water 1 now and build a dwelling. You think that the Ice factions are good? Yeah, that's fair. Ice factions are quite a bit better. Okay, so Giants are planning on taking this hex. Like, if they're buying workers, then they're taking that hex. And then I'm just dead. Okay, cool. This is now safe, because even if Giants pass, they don't have temp ship. I think I really do want to just get my Water 1. The case for this temp ship is that maybe I got onto this red, and then I have a chance at a third town. I have to accept that I'm cut off, I think. Like, the connection path would either be these 3 hexes, which is hilariously unlikely, or this hex and this hex, which is also incredibly unlikely. Now maybe these 2 hexes aren't that insane, but that's a lot of coins spent on digging that I don't really want to spend on digging. Let's take this, because we want to get on a points tile in the next round, and that means not passing first. And the spade is an extra action to help me not pass first. Advancing on the exchange track makes plenty of sense. I think I'd take this hex, I build here, then I temple for air 1, I make a TP. It's extremely, extremely kind of greedy, but I think that it's how I'm supposed to play this. Oh, I'm out of workers, so I think that there's some chance that I get the workers action, but then I have to go through alchemists for it. So what I can do here is I can place priest to air. This is a ship town, maybe? It was a ship town that I do need to protect H3. It's the 2 key town. Okay, that seems quite bad. But maybe it's not that bad, because they've got this fire stuff, or this fire and water track stuff going on. Okay, we protect the earth cult first. Or the air cult. I mean, I'm hating on Giants a lot, but they have a fine game. They're doing pretty fine. Eddie is now in position to steal those 2 workers. You got to think that alchemists do want those 2 workers, right? God, why did that move take so long? Can I buy this? If I buy this, I have 9 coins left. That'll be temple, TP, dwelling. That's just about enough. going to say that I got some leech and that this is okay. I'm in need of 1 coin, so I'm hoping that Zarito obliges me by a TP here or something. Or that Eddie obliges me with a sanctuary here. He is on the sanctuary tile. Now, I think that he's supposed to probably be building dwellings here, but the sanctuary would really help me out. Nope, he actually does do the correct thing, unfortunately. Well, arguably the least important thing for me to do is actually build that dwelling, right? Yeah, I'd say that there's actually a case that building this dwelling is the least important part of my concerns here. We definitely want to build the dwelling, or we definitely want to build the TP. Like, we almost always want this TP. Giants want to advance ship, build. Well, everyone has enough actions that they actually, I think I am going to be passing first here. That's really, really unfortunate. Giants make a temple, or make a trading post. Well, okay, they can have some. Let's get our priest. Oh no, Eddie should pass. Okay. Okay, so the alchemists should pass in time for us to get at least 1 pass tile. I really don't like this TP. I am going to get Earth Cult stolen from me, which is obnoxious, but I think I'm supposed to keep staying this round. This is not, like, great for conspirators either. If they put Priest to Earth here, then they lose their... they lose out on this if they do put Priest to Earth here. That's probably the single pass tile that we want the most as well. What if we pass here and then we open the round with Sanctuary Fire 2? We miss out on a lot of points from Temple Air 1, though. Temple Air 1 is 6 points right now. And it's more coin... Well, I mean, it's not more coin production, I guess, but... And then putting this Priest to a cult is also worth points, but... If we Sanctuary Fire 2 next round, then we just get step here, 2 steps here, 2 steps here. And we get on this big building tile. I'm going to be soft. I'm going to be soft and I'm going to build this dwelling and make the temple. And we're going to see what happens. Very unconvinced that that would be correct, but... I assume that giants want to get this bridge, so that they can go for 3 towns, then 2 towns, their second town rather. Um, Whoa. Conspirators make an early town. Take a ship town. That makes a lot of sense. So now they can begin the round by Sanctuary Earth 3. I just hope that they have better stuff to do than that, but they might not. Not sure I have the points to lose to this anymore. It does help me get a worker's action, but... screw it. I have all the scoring favors. Taking Leech can't be that bad. Oh, Conspirator will go for 1 more town. I'm not going to let that happen. Okay, so I think we Sanctuary for a ship town, or we Stronghold for a ship town here, then we TP, or for a worker town, then we TP for maybe another worker's town. Or maybe we just cut off this attempt at a Conspirator's town, if they're really thinking that they can town through here. We'll see. Eddie probably swipes workers first. I would have liked that action. Or we could just Sanctuary. Yeah, unfortunately I actually think that we're supposed to take. We're supposed to close this cult now. Because if we don't, it's very likely that conspirators just trade fire 3, fire 2 for earth 3. They could even just sanctuary earth 3 and then trade away fire 2. So yeah, I kind of hate everything about this, but now I don't want to make TPs here. I think that I just take fire 2 and 2 of the cult towns. Yeah. This is probably just what I'm supposed to do. And then I'm going to get 8 power, so convert again. I overbuild the town a little bit, but there's worse things in life than overbuilding towns. Alright, and then we'll try for a town over here in the west as our last town. Let's take a ship town, which just is almost always wrong. I have 4 priest income? Why? This says I have 4 priest income, but I don't have any priest income from the cults. Oh, because of the spades. Funny. I think we're not supposed to block these hexes from alchemists. I think we're just supposed to build E2 here. That was unexpected. Are they going for a town down here or what? Well, maybe now I do want D3. But then they can still come down and just cut me off at E2, right? No, they're out of dwellings. Okay. So I think that I'm just supposed to build D3 here, right? Does that dwelling produce income? It does not. That would be a non-producing dwelling. So are we supposed to just pass here, take a coins action? Like if we take that hex, it's just a hex. I don't think that alchemists can... I mean, they could build 2 stuff and come down. I don't know why they didn't go for their town, or like try to construct another town faster. They are going to come over here into the east, but that'll also still take time. Who knows? How close am I to digging this hex? I would need, no, that's 3 ship. That would take a very long time to get to. Yeah, alchemists would very specifically have to be trying to punish me to take away this hex. So I'm going to go here and hope I don't get punished too bad. Nah, it's just safer to build here. What am I talking about? I'm just going to build here. If alchemists make this town, they make that town. Whatever. Is there a Terra Mystica Discord? Yeah, Wonderful Plays, you can DM me about that. Oh, Giants are going to get... should be able to get Act 6 here. Take this, build this hex. That would be pretty nice, right? I probably was just supposed to not build that dwelling at all. But this is not such a bad tile either. Was there a chance I got into Giants tile? No, they have way too much stuff. Oh, maybe alchemists do think that they're getting 4 towns. Well, my first course of action is going to be taking this hex. So that they can't. It's not a bad alchemist game, though. They're going to Sanctuary Fire 2 here. Or Sanctuary Air 1 here. Probably take the Workers' Town. And then I'm probably going to get a Priest Town in the final round. It's just what I see going down. And if I get 0 network in like an absolutely pitiful network game, that would feel very, very sad. That seems kind of likely here. Zarito doesn't really have anywhere to build. He's going to try to make this town, but I should probably just turn this hex blue when it comes down to it. I'm disappointed that Giants didn't claim this hex. They could have. But I guess then Alchemists could just Sanctuary Town here anyway. So I'm the only one who doesn't get on a pass down in the final round. Yeah, this does feel like a 4th. Schmog 0292. Is there some sort of tier list out there for the fan factions? I don't think that there's like an official one or anything, but I believe that some people have made them on their own. Yeah, I think that they're, like, some people have made their own, but there's no official one or anything. I think that the top tier would probably be, like, goblins and enlightened, most people would say. Oh, the coins action is still there. Oh, because they really wanted this. Interesting. Yeah, so they're offering me coins as, like, a bribe in order not to kill their town. I think that conspirators probably beat me anyway, so maybe I'm supposed to just take this. It's like, the only way I can kill their town now is if I grab this hex and secure it myself, which I'm not really looking to do. I'm looking to make my own town, so well done. Now the question is, can I make this town without building too many more TPs? I can build 1, 2, 3 hexes. That would cost me 4, plus 8, plus 4 is 16. Okay, so I'm going to grab this, clearly. There's no world where I let this happen. But it is a valiant effort to go for a 4-time game. Yeah, I think Eddie's realizing that that just can't be correct. E4 is like a... I mean... like he's going to find out that that can't work, but okay. It's unfortunate that he took this hex. That was my cheapest dig. So now I do have to make this town by making TPs, which I didn't want to do. I didn't want to have to make TPs to make this town happen. Maybe he squeezes out the town with these hexes, but I don't think that he can do that and make this town. But this is the greediest option, so I guess that's fine. So this would be 14 or 12 plus 16, 19 coins involved if I wanted to dig these two and make a TP. So unfortunately I'm going to have to go dwelling, TP, TP. Maybe I'll still have enough stuff left to dig down. I can't find another dwelling to dig down because this is a pretty expensive dig. This actually really hurt me. Maybe I should dig this guy first, because any further hex that I dig would have to be a double dig hex anyway, so maybe I am supposed to do this. And make my 2 TPs here. And this gives me some sad access to up here. I should be able to drop a priest on the fire cult or the water cult for some power. Zorito is also supposed to give me a leech here, so. Ooh, actually that leech is very welcome. Anyway, yes, Eric, you're correct that this is a low-scoring game, and you are playing with the fan faction for the first time. Okay, so I will type out what I think is my opinion. I think the goblins and enlightened are in the S tier, and then the goats are high. The D tier has got to be the trash archivists. The C tier probably has the genie in it, Atlanteans, wisps. These prospectors are pretty squarely in the B tier, I think. They don't do anything too insane, but wonder if we can scare giants by doing this. Into doing something dumb. I would say that something like that might be close to correct. Here's air 1 for, it's fire 3. That seems not very good. It does force giants to close this cult. Oh, are giants making this town? They're not making this town, right? They've already used this dig. If they make a TP here, yeah, they got not much left after that. Okay, I don't like that conspirators are chasing me up here. Go away. And this might be Sanctuary Air 1 incoming. It's Water 3, so come on, buddy. You know that Air 1 is good. You're good enough to know that Air 1 is good. But whatever. I'm trying to figure out if I can buy this priest here. If I buy the priest and then send the priest to fire, then I'll have 2 coins, 2 in here, 2 in here, half in here. I think I can buy priest, send to fire, and it should be okay. Oh, I missed out on a better town because of that. That's a bummer. Oh, I have no priests left because I put them all in the cults. Well, that's what happens, right? When you get a little overzealous with your actions. Okay. Fine. We make this town. Stop messing around. And we will take... At this point, there's no real reason it shouldn't be the power town instead of the coin town. I believe we've lost to giants. Giants will pass for... They're probably going to go TP dwelling, so that's like 8 points just by building stuff. Eddie passes. Okay, so the cult bomb does go on fire then. We are going to beat alchemists at least, but which does make me wonder if I'm supposed to bump up on the water cult. It just annoys giants more, and that actually might be better. If they're forced to use that priest to go to water instead of advancing ship or something. No, they have nothing better to do with their priest. I did a little bit of math, and they actually don't really have anything better to do with that priest. They're just ahead of me. They have as many cult points as I do, but they have 6 more network points than I do. So, or actually 12 more network points than I do. So, and I don't think I was ever beating conspirators, so I just didn't bother killing their town, which I think I was correct about. I needed those coins, so. Yeah, we're gonna end at 134, which is very unimpressive. It was our worst performance yet this arena season. But yeah, I am quite annoyed that Giants decided to do this. This by Giants essentially threw the game 100% to archivists, as I understand it, or to conspirators rather, because if you don't start on this hex, then Gray should just run away with the game, and it does look like they did that, so. And unless I'm wrong, if Giants won out of this, then good for them, but... and admittedly, Alchemists started here and killed my connection. That was pretty tough. I could have dug F4 in round 1. We did consider doing that, but in the end we decided against it. Maybe we were supposed to do that and just connect, because we got down to 4 structures. Giants are not going to beat 4 structures. Conspirators are certainly not going to beat 4 structures, so yeah, maybe we did make a mistake. Conspirators will hard dig for their last action, get to 124. They'll tie Giants in network. Giants have 22 cult points, Conspirators have 6? 7? No, 6. Conspirators have 6 cult points. This is a ship advance. No, it's a TP, which strikes me as wrong compared to a ship advance. Yeah, that's wrong compared to the ship advance. That's dead wrong compared to the ship advance, because they're on the dwelling tile as well. Do they have another place to build a dwelling? Am I missing something? That is 100% wrong. Yeah, they still beat us pretty comfortably. We're at 134. Alchemists are at what's this? 117, 119 plus 6, 125. Pretty rough. But I mean, I guess being disruptive is not that bad in Terra Mystica, right? Giants did secure second for themselves doing this, but I really think that they didn't have a very good shot at being first because of what they did. Giving conspirators this much just felt like too much. But I guess conspirators paid enough in victory points to make it feel okay to do that. I don't know. I wouldn't have felt okay doing that. also just sad about this Fire 3 from Alchemists. Like, this could have been Air 1. Eddie's probably, like, just falling asleep, though. So, can't expect, like, the sharpest play there. Where did we go wrong this game? Blocking water 1 seems like it was a mistake in hindsight, like a pretty clear mistake. We wound up having too many priests by the end. So the early water 1 grab was probably wrong. I think that we were probably supposed to just take air 1 that next round. And then we don't overbuild in terms of temples. Because we only got 6 points out of that water 1. Building the temple early lost us 4 points. And we overproduced priests at the end. I don't know. The other thing we could have done was we could have triple dug in round 1. Now, I was afraid that Giants would respond with this, but instead, like, they just gave all this leech to Conspirators and basically let Conspirators walk away with it, which was kind of painful. Yeah, Zarita, I was saying that Giants, like, Giants also dug this hex, right? If Giants don't dig this hex in round 1, and instead they go for, like, this bridge town or something, then you don't get double dig in round 1 either, and that double dig was kind of absurd after you started on the spade from C2, and you're getting this town. Now, Giants still got second, but I feel like they were kind of playing for second the whole way, because it's kind of insanity, right? This clearly hurts me more than it hurts you, because you benefit here, whereas I lose this town. Like, this is supposed to be Prospectors town, so it also helps Alchemists, because Alchemists do bust through the north, though a little puzzlingly, the places where they chose, I mean, Alchemists were fine. They were fine, but they could have been a little better. Anyway, this was a pretty rough game for us. We lost some points on both arena points and otherwise, so we were a little slow, but not that slow. Buying 2 priests, getting 2 coins actions, I mean, it's all, like, pretty good stuff that we actually did. We did get some bad passing tile luck at the end of the game. We missed out in round 4. We were the only player who didn't get the pass tile in round 4, and the only player who didn't get it in round 6. So that actually was really rough, and I think that that's just kind of partially bad luck. Like, I could have passed earlier, but I think that was pretty bad luck. You think you slightly underestimated Conspirators despite the lucky breaks? I actually think that it's funny that you say that, because I actually think that the stronghold was not good for you. I mean, it wound up being good for you because it got, like, infinite reach. But I think that you were better off with just a temple and putting priests to cults. Like, you could have been where Giants are here on the cults instead, or where I am on the air cult or the water cult instead. So I'm actually not convinced that the stronghold is better. It's better because, like, you won the game because you got spade and double spade, and you got to make this town, right? That's why you actually won the game. I'm not sure that the stronghold is what won you the game. Now, the stronghold helped you to get the double spade, but I'm also not sure if that's predictable, because Giants could have taken it themselves. They could have just double spaded here and done whatever, but they chose this kind of weird line that gave you all the leech. So, I mean, who knows? Yeah, I think that's about it. I guess we'll take a quick look down here. We paid 24 points in leech, but I think that was correct. Like, we would need so much less leech to catch Giants anyway. We did 13 golden spades. We played culty instead of on network. And yeah, we got 3 towns, so can't really complain about that. Yeah, really the only place that I can really complain, other than losing connection, is maybe we could have gotten slightly better passing luck, and then maybe that's enough to catch someone. Like, if one fewer pastile for giants, one more pastile for me could have done it, so whatever. The stronghold is cheap, but it becomes expensive versus cheaper temples. I mean, yeah, you did delay the stronghold until you saw that you could get the double spade. That is fair. I thought that you might go for like stronghold temple or something even. I mean, the real thing is that temples aren't just cheaper; they also give priest production, and priest production is just incredibly good. So that was more my thing. Anyway. There are some, yeah, I don't regret this Sanctuary Fire 2. I was going to say that, like, maybe something else to close this cult was better, like Earth 2, but honestly, I think Sanctuary Fire 2 just helped clear my mind. It helped me not overbuild this, and it helped me make another town for, like, admittedly only 8 points, but still. Yeah, you would have taken the Earth cult from me? Okay, so I think that I could have gone Sanctuary Earth 2, taken a different town, like maybe a ship town or like a, something like that. But given that you would have taken the Earth cult from me, I think that I'm happy with my performance, and we'll just hopefully get slightly better breaks in the future. So thanks for the game, thanks for watching, thanks for chatting. We'll see y'all later.